Hi, second and third graders. It's Miss Childers for the last time for summer camp. I've had such a good time with you all, and I hope that you all have enjoyed watching the videos. So today, since today's our last day, I thought we could do something kind of fun. So we're going to go over the difference between 2D shapes and 3D shapes and how you can always tell if you're confused. Then we're going to go over this book about 3D shapes. And then we're going to do our very own indoor 3D shapes scavenger hunt. Okay, so I hope that you all have a lot of fun with that. Now, I would love to see pictures of 3D objects that you found in your home. So if you all can take a picture with your 3D object and send it to me, I would love to see it. Okay, so let's get started. How do we tell the difference between a 2D shape and a 3D shape? So let's break that down. 2D. What does the D stand for? Do you know? It stands for dimensional. Okay, so when we talk about dimensions, this is a neat way that you can remember it. Okay, 2D goes two ways. Okay, so like this piece of paper is 2D because it goes side to side and it goes up and down. So we know it's 2D, it goes two ways. But this cube, is it 2D? No, it's not 2D because it goes three ways. It is 3D, it is three-dimensional. Can you all say dimensional? Okay, so it goes three ways. It goes side to side, it goes up and down, and then it goes back and forth, back to front. So side to side, up and down, back to front. So it goes three ways for three-dimensional. If that's too confusing, and if you say, well, Miss Childers, I can't remember all the different ways that a 3D shape goes or a 2D shape, here's another way that you can always tell if something's 2D or if something's 3D. So a 2D shape, and this is what I tell my kindergartners, a 2D shape is flat. A 3D shape is fat. And a test that I sometimes show my kindergartners is, can I still clap if I have this shape in my hands? So let's try that. Okay, we've got our piece of paper. Can I still clap? Yes. Did you all hear noise? Yes, so that means I can still clap. Okay, let's try it with our 3D shape. Can I put my hands together and clap? No, there's a 3D shape that's in the way. So I know it's 3D. Listen, let's try that one more time. See how much noise I can make? I can't do that with this 3D shape. I can't put my hands together. It's too fat. So those are a few ways that you can tell the difference between a 2D shape and between a 3D shape. Okay, so let's talk about the 3D shapes that we're going over today. So we are going over a cube, we're going over a cone, a cylinder, and a sphere. I have some examples here before we read our book, but I want you all to put those thinking caps on, and I want you to think of some 3D shapes in your mind. So when I say cube, what would be an example of a cube? And I can think of one right now. It was in your kits. I put it in your bags for summer camp so that you could play bundles and sticks. Do you all know? If you said cube, good job. Or if you said die, my bad. If you said die, good job. So a die is an example of a cube. Okay. Have any of you all ever played with a Rubik's Cube where you have to get all the colors the same? So one side needs to be one color, another side needs to be another color. That's an example of a cube. Okay. The next one we're going to talk about is a cone. Can you all think of an example of a cone? If you said maybe a carrot's an example of a cone. An ice cream cone, a party hat. There are several examples. And look, I brought my own example. The end of a pencil or the end of a pen, that's a cone. That might be one that you all haven't thought of. Those are some examples of cones. Okay, what about a cylinder? Well, not only does your pen have a cone at the end, it's also a cylinder. Goes around like this shape. Okay, this canister, this is a cylinder. A bucket that you play with if you ever go outside and collect dirt, that's a cylinder. There are tons of examples of cylinders. Okay, and our last one is a sphere. Can you all think of any examples of a sphere? Okay, sometimes your classroom has a globe of the world that's in a ball shape. That's a sphere. If you go outside and play with a ball, that's a sphere. I have a sphere here. This is part of potpourri to make your house smell good. So that's a sphere that I have. Okay, you all, I'm sure, did awesome, and I wish that I could hear your responses. But we are going to go through our book before we do our indoor scavenger hunt. And I think this is the perfect day. We always seem to do indoor scavenger hunts when it's raining, which is awesome because it's not pretty enough to go outside. Okay, this is called Cubes, Cones, Cylinders, and Spheres. And it would help if I showed you all the book as I'm pointing. And it's by Tana Hoban. Okay, so these kids are gonna show us different 3D shapes. Ooh, I already see our first one. Those are some, looks like letter and number blocks. And what shape is that? Cube, right? Oh, and look. Okay, this little girl has an ice cream cone. What shape did we say that was? I just gave it to you. A cone. Good. Okay, and this kind of looks like the canister that I had. So what shape is that? Cylinder. Good job. Traffic cone. The names of these objects, when it comes to cones, it's gonna give it away. It's a cone. That was pretty easy, huh? Oh, he just blew a bubble, and that looks like our shape here, which was what? A sphere. It looks like we have another what? Sphere. Cylinder. Good job. I bet you all are blowing this out of the water. Looks kind of like a hot air balloon. Except the top doesn't really though. Sphere. Drums, that's a good example of a cylinder. Oh, we've got two here. We've got cubes and sphere, or not sphere, sorry friends, cylinder. Remember that globe I was talking about? Sphere. Okay, they're hats. Remember we talked about party hats. Cone, that one was a little tricky because it didn't have the name in it. Oh, sugar. Sugar cubes. These presents. Now it would depend on the present, but here they look like what? Cubes. When you get into other 3D shapes, they could be something completely different. Sphere. Baseballs. Remember we said a ball you bounce, a ball you throw. Sphere. Oh, my book's kind of coming apart. The little jacket's coming off of it. Her hat. Oh, and look, there's kind of a cylinder right there, but let's focus on her hat. Cone. Cylinder, hay bales. If any of you all live on a farm or near farms, you've seen those. Let's focus on this one. Cylinder. Oh, I wish I could hear your all's responses. These bushes are what shaped? Cone shaped. Good. Let's focus in on that. And also, we have, well, you know what? We have different ones because this is shaped like a cylinder, but then at the top, those top parts are shaped like a cone. Okay, oh, and that's it. Okay, I hope that you all enjoyed that book, but let's get right to it. And please don't forget to take pictures of your 3D shapes that you found at home. I would love to see those. Okay, so some things I'm going to ask you to go find, and some things I'm going to ask you to just name while you're watching this video. So get those listening ears on, listen closely to decide what I'm telling you to do. Okay, it's kind of like Simon Says. Okay, I want you to go find a cube that is used to play a game. So pause the video, go find a cube that is used to play a game. Okay, did you all go find a cube that is used to play a game? Okay, I hope so. Awesome. Okay. Now, I want you to pause the video. Well, let me speak first, but after I speak, pause the video, and I want you to find a sphere that you can bounce. Okay, did you find a sphere that you can bounce? If you can't find a sphere that you can bounce, you can just find any kind of sphere that you have in your house. That's fine with me, as long as you have a sphere. Okay, now listen, this you are just naming. Name a cone that you can wear on your head. If you said a party hat, awesome. You all are doing, I bet you all are doing so awesome. Okay, so this is from my kitchen, and I'm gonna challenge you all to find a cylinder in your kitchen. Now, if you can't find a cylinder in your kitchen, just find me a cylinder anywhere in the house. Pause the video and go find a cylinder. Did you all find a cylinder? I hope so. Okay, listen, name a cone that you eat ice cream in. An ice cream cone, right? That was pretty simple. Okay. Find something in a cylinder, so you're going to pause the video. Find something in a cylinder that you can drink. Okay, so if any of you all buy pop or water bottles or anything like that, all those would be cylinders. Okay, did you find something in a cylinder that you can drink? Okay, listen. Name a piece of candy that is a sphere. Piece of candy that's a sphere. I can think of a few. There is something, I don't know if they still make these or if you all have even eaten them, but there used to be these massive things called jawbreakers, and I can remember that my mom would not let me eat them because they were so big and she was scared that I was gonna choke. So if you all ever see those, make sure that you have a grown-up with you because they would be easy to choke on. So a jawbreaker. Another thing that's, you need a grown-up to be with you, gobstoppers. I think I remember that those are sphere. Bubble gum, those gum balls, those are sphere. So see if you can come up with some on your own that I didn't name. Okay, and I think that's it. I think we're done with our scavenger hunt. I hope that you all have enjoyed the videos, and I've had such a wonderful time posting them. It's felt so good to feel like I'm somewhat teaching again, but hopefully I will see you all soon, whether that's virtually or in person. Either way, I'm excited to see you all. Bye.